Gangle is 26 years old, and before entering the circus, she wanted to become a mangaka, but eventually had to give up on that dream and work a full-time fast food job instead. She's technically died more times than any other main character in the show, with 5 fatal injuries across the series. In episode 4, she gets hit by a truck. In episode 5, Jax shoots her. Later in the same episode, she explodes with the rest of the group after a bomb is strapped to her chest. In episode 6, Pomni snipes her in the head. And in episode 8, she gets hit by a truck again. Marissa Lenti, who voices her, auditioned for every single character in the show except Pomni before landing the role. Gooseworks said Zooble and Gangle would be good for each other, which is the closest she's ever come to acknowledging any ship in the show. And Marissa Lenti joked during a panel that Gangle's body pillow is a ragatha. Gangle draws romantic art of 2 girls in her free time. Her comedy mask acts like an antidepressant. Gangle wanting to work as an artist, but having to give up her dreams to work at a fast food restaurant is actually pretty similar to Gooseworks' own experience before her online career took off. Zooble is 22.5 years old, only 6 months older than Jax, and was one of the first characters Gooseworks designed, and her favorite to design. Their design is based on Zolo toys from the 90s, but the name comes from Zubs, which is a completely different toy from the 2000s. Before the circus, Zooble was a bartender and a tattoo artist, and Jax knows this and uses it to tease them. According to Gooseworks, Zooble is okay with any pronouns. Zooble swaps their body parts almost every single day, and in almost every episode they show up with completely different pieces. But in episode 8, they kept the same parts for several days because Caine's torture left them so drained they couldn't even be bothered to change them. Ashley Mickles was considered for either Pomni or Zooble before being cast as Zooble. Zooble is both the first and second character to ever swear in the show. The first time happens in the pilot's Polish dub when they say, "Kinger, you mother," and because the insult comes at the beginning of the sentence in Polish, the censorship cuts in too late, technically making it the first real swear word in TADC. The second time happens at the end of episode 8 after Caine's censor filter breaks. Kinger is 48 years old, making him the oldest member of the circus, and he's been trapped there since 1999, meaning he had already spent 18 years inside the circus by the time the show takes place in 2017. He spent 7 years studying computer science before building Caine at CNA with Scratch. Queenie, his wife, gave him his love of insects, and he talks about his bug collection constantly. He can detach parts of his body, and his hands stretch infinitely without breaking. Gooseworks described his role in the group as understanding that relationships are two-sided, and he's the one who tells Ragatha in episode 6 that giving someone space doesn't mean giving up on them. Caine's age has never been confirmed by Gooseworks, making him the only main character without an official age. But he created the circus in 1996. He named himself because his creators at CNA never gave him one. He just took what he is, a creative artificial intelligence networking entity, and used the first letters to make Caine because he thought it would make him look more professional. He doesn't know the internet exists. He falls for every single verbal prank every single time, and even if someone explains the joke to him, he takes it literally and falls for it again next time. Gooseworks said he's not a villain, but an antagonist. He doesn't mean harm, but he causes harm. Alex Roshan said Caine's last words before getting cut off were going to be something like, "Wait, what have I done?" He's the second hardest character to animate after Gangle because his teeth have to do lip sync and facial expressions at the same time. And Michael Kovac's favorite character in the show isn't Jax, it's Caine. Bubble is voiced by Gooseworks herself. Bubble is constantly pregnant and says, "I'm having a baby," in the show.
I'm having a boy.
When someone asked Gooseworks where Bubble goes when he gets popped, she said, "You don't want to know." He knows every verbal prank, unlike Caine, who falls for all of them. He's also based on a virus called Bubble Boy. Gooseworks said Bubble was deleted with Caine after episode 8.